What's up, everybody? We
What's
got
up?
Liz here. It's time for the weird hour, which I don't know how weird it'll actually be. It's just going to be, us hanging out. Uh,
Yep.
we had an issue last night on Tony's Hot Rod Garage on his live, and I am not going to be posting the link to come in and join. But if you want to join us. Um, Hit me up on Facebook, email me. I'll keep my emails open, and or if you're on Discord, the link's in Discord. So I suggest everybody in Discord come on and hang out with us because we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah. Come on.
Or we're gonna try to have some fun. I think Jeff said he might be back. Who we got in here? We got Twisted Mopar. Who is that? Frank McCart Rivet in F1. But you got a really long name, dude. But thanks for being here. Sherry's here. Vince Valente. Dean Stevenson. Oh, yeah. Same old Dean. Man, did you notice whenever it wasn't really a brain fart. There was a guy in chat. And if it's the same guy, I hadn't seen this guy for like, God, I want to say close to 30 years. I used to date his sister. And I guess it came up on Facebook because I'm friends with him on Facebook. And he jumped in and said hi. And it's like, when you see a name that you haven't thought of in almost 30 years, you're like, whoa, it kind of
Kind
messes up a little bit. I'm
of
hoping
throws you for a
he jumps in
loop for a
again.
minute.
I'm hoping he jumps in on the weird hour. And I'd like to see how he's doing. Last I heard, he was in the military. So what's new with you?
Well, I've finally went back to my old truck that I haven't touched in 2 months because it kept letting me down, and it's seemed like it's doing okay. I was able to actually let it run long enough to adjust the timing, do a little bit of adjustment on the carburetor, and it seems to be doing okay so far. Fingers crossed.
Hey,
I'm gonna try to get the exhaust reconnected tomorrow so I can actually let it run a little bit longer without it blowing my eardrums out.
yeah.
And I need to change valve cover gaskets because they're gone.
You gonna do
So
a video on it?
I haven't really videoed my problems with it because it's been too erratic and not very satisfying. So I haven't really videoed any of my problems with it.
Well, you could video it, and then if it doesn't work out in the end, you just be like, eh.
Yeah. Well, when the vehicles let you down as much as my truck has, you don't even want to bring out the camera.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But so far, fingers crossed, I've actually got a little video. I can I'll see if I can pull it up on Discord and play it.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
I'd like to do all the. I think we were talking about that last weekend. All the things that you cut out of videos, and just do it
Yeah.
like end of the year video of here's a blooper reel.
I've actually got a little very short blooper reel on my channel
Yeah,
from where I was
I
pulling
remember that.
when we had pulled the motor out of the Charger, and where I was sitting in there cleaning. My mom was supposed to be taking a picture of me, and she kept taking a video. All right, I'm gonna have to plug up my. Where is it? Trying to find my cord. I just had it.
Trash. I will keep refreshing this just in
There we
case
go.
someone sends me an email. I've got Facebook open. Oh, I need to be on my other Facebook account. Oh, I got 3 people here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up?
What do you guys? Oh, you know what? You know what I don't have going on? I don't have the music going on.
Yeah, we need music.
We need music.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz. All right. How's that? Is that too loud?
Don't hear it. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
All right. So, what did you guys think of the interview with Jeff?
Pretty good.
I like him. I like Jeff a lot.
Yeah, Jeff's awesome.
I am thinking about. Here we go.
The truck seems to be running good. It's smoking a lot from the manifold because it's using oil.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's the best it's run, and I don't know how long. I need to put a higher stall in it. It kind of dropping the RPMs a little bit too much. So I'm gonna have to turn out the idle a little bit to compensate.
Got an actual AC truck?
Yeah. Not really. You go ahead and stop it. It's I forgot I was recording right there.
Okay.
What
Forgot
motor
to
you got
stop.
in it?
383. It's actually the motor that was in the Charger.
Ah,
I've been thinking real hard lately about actually selling that truck.
Is it a factory AC truck or not?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know if it's a factory Chrysler under dash unit, but and it's in there. I'm actually was planning on taking all that stuff off because it was distracting from the niceness of the motor.
That's the only thing I hate about the Chrysler AC compressors is they just sit up there and it's like, you can't see any of the good stuff.
twin piston.
But yeah,
But
seriously,
now I did find out because I have that 440 that was in a fire. Those caps on those twin pistons, those are aluminum. So you should be able to take those off and polish them up. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to get a new compressor. I'm going to take those caps off, polish them up to where they look like chrome and put them back on and, see if you can make that look a little bit better.
yeah. But yeah, that's the best my truck has run in a while. I haven't videoed my problems with it because, like I said, the truck hasn't been very friendly lately. So,
Short bed or long bed?
but so far, huh?
Short bed or long bed?
Long bed.
Long bed.
But so far, it seems to be running okay. So I'm gonna try to get the exhaust connected tomorrow. I need to get some more valve cover gaskets for it, and after that, I can drive it around and just see how it does. 'Cause I installed that cam I picked up at Indy, and it was giving me so much fits after that. I knew I was confident it was in the carburetor. It was like in carburation. I was like a vacuum leak or something, but I know I had everything sealed. I pulled the valve covers off and had them on and off a couple of times. Probably it's why the gasket messed up. Checked all the valves, making sure they were all opening properly after the break-in, and everything looked like it was fine. And then I put it back together, and it seemed like it was working fine. Then I had a neighbor come over saying they worked from home and it was too loud. It was during the week, and I didn't really mess with it a lot after that for 2 months. First time I touched it in 2 months was today.
Well, you have had a Cushman you've been working on.
Yeah, I've got other projects, so. But seriously though, I have been thinking really hard lately about selling that truck and all my extra parts with it.
What you need?
What do you guys got going on? What do you
Do
guys
I?
been working on?
Everything, man. I got so many projects. It's just too many. Hard to keep up with all of them.
Yeah, he's in there doing drywall tonight.
Ooh.
I do
He set up a
drywall.
whole woodworking shop out here underneath the carport. We got a room we're redoing in the house.
I do drywall like I do body work. You just slap a bunch of mud on there. Most of it ends up on the floor.
Yep.
It looks all right when I'm done. So
I'm covering it. I just filled in a window in
mm.
this room that I've got.
Make a pew pew room.
Oh, nice. Let's see what we got here. Twisted Mopar. Small. Oh, damn it. Oh, good. Jeff's still here. Hopefully he comes back. I am looking for a set of small block fender well headers. Everybody I know, I want a set of small block fender well headers. I think they do a lot better than the headers I got. I've got another set of headers, but they're fighting me going on there. But I think the small block fender wells will look good. You know how they go out and look like a damn tarantula. I think it'd look cool with that car. I'm trying to see what's
Rocky
going on. What
Horror?
we got over here.
Go look and see. Man. It's like we got a rocket going up behind us, man. Somebody's rumbling the house.
Huh. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, I'm gonna make it happen. Tomorrow, the damn windshield's going in that duster.
Nice.
Yeah, toolbox.
I've watched enough videos. I'm gonna put the windshield in that duster.
Y'all want to see the the wheels I just picked up for the Red Rocket?
Yeah, I think I saw those, and I want those for my truck. Are those 14s or 15s?
15x7 American Racing Vector wheels.
Oh,
Nice.
They're a little bit beat up in a couple of small areas, but they're not bad. I don't have the center caps, but the guy I bought them from said they said American Racing on them, and he said they were all rusted up, so he just tossed them out. I don't see any American Racing labels on the inside of them, but they look like they're definitely an older set, so they may not have put American Racing on them back in the day. So
if you don't use those, end up not using those, I will buy those off you. I want those for my truck. I think those
are cool.
Yeah, I picked those up today. I drove. I thought I had a perfect set of wagon wheels. I'm trying to find two more that match my two wagon wheels that I have from my burnout set. I'm trying to find two more that match. I'm very particular with my wagon wheels. The triangles have to be pointed. And I thought I had a perfect set.
Yeah.
I drove 80. Hey, Jed.
Are you
I
freaking
drove-
serious?
I drove
What?
83 miles one way to go check out the set of wagon wheels, and it turned out to be too big of a bolt pattern. And the guy failed to mention that one of the wheels had a wallet out hole for the wheel stud. So they were junk. Then I found these wheels this morning and picked them up.
It's like either I jump into a live and William's talking about the triangles, or we're talking
Cushman.
beef.
Oh, B5 Blue are the triangles. Well, I saw that. You remember, William, that Warlock I saw for sale today? That guy wanted $28,000 for. That had the right wheels on it, didn't it?
The late 70s Dodge pickups that had wagon wheels are the right triangles. But Jed's actually sent me some information on them that there were some of them that were prone to cracking.
Ah,
My buddy Cody is a big Ram Charger and Dodge truck nut, and we were talking about the shapes of those triangle spokes, so I could get the information right for William. You know, which one was factory used and which one was aftermarket. And so I forwarded all the information to William that Cody had told me, and I hope it came through right.
I got it.
I'm gonna
I read
find.
it.
Remember, Jed? You remember the other night those wheels we found for William? Those spoke wheels. I'll find a picture and bring it up. So what's going on, Jed?
What?
So what's going on?
What do you mean?
How's your day going?
What are
Uh-oh.
we talking about? What?
Wow, we're getting a full house in here tonight.
I know.
Yeah, we got John Cope in the house.
Well, boys.
The Mr. John Cope.
The
I'm gonna have
famous-
to. I'm gonna have to get in contact with you later, John, about the potentially a different torque converter for my Charger and truck.
Cool.
Oh man.
What's up, Jed?
They don't have them. Oh, here.
What's up?
How you been, brother?
Oh God.
Hey, Mr. Cope. How you doing,
mine's
man?
having-
What's up, Mr. Two Hat?
Oh, I need to try to get this. I need
Sorry,
to try
I'm
to get
working
this
on
picture.
something.
Here. Yeah.
So, how's that Linko Dart doing?
Getting ready to go back to the track. It actually hadn't been ran since No Name.
Really?
Yeah, we got out. Like I said, we started to dive into the suspension part of it and realized a few things wrong. So we pretty much had to start over on as far as the rear end and stuff goes. But yeah, it's ready. It's in the trailer. It's ready to go. We just have to get a non-rainy day. I'm thinking about renting the track for a day. Say screw it.
There
Go
it
and
is.
actually get more than just a couple passes in because we need to shake it out.
Be
It
nice.
should be. It should be on keel.
Good.
Here you go, William. I found your new set of wheels. Let me
For
move
what?
this. For
If
for
you-
whatever. I found your spokes.
I got 4 different projects that could potentially use all the same wheels. So
Oh yeah. See, you're gonna love these.
that's why I like having the same bolt pattern across everything. All the wheels can go on everything.
There you go.
I
Oh, no.
actually saw a set of those on a Chevy van not far from my house. It sat there for a while.
Love wagon
That's
wheels.
right
Those
there.
are actually pretty rare, I
Dude.
think. Aren't they?
Yeah, from what I heard, they are. I remember back in the day, you'd see them every once in a while. You'd always see them for sale.
I don't know
My
if I
buddy
could do
Billy
that.
I couldn't.
My
do
buddy
that.
Billy actually sent me a link to his steering wheel on Facebook, and it was a heart-shaped steering wheel. And I was like, holy crap, as kind of girly as that is, that's kind of cool.
It'd be
Just
cool
like-
on like an old
Picture it.
van.
Picture it, Jed.
Oh, yeah.
The Heart wheels with the Heart steering wheel and Heart windows in the back of the van.
Yeah.
I think we should do that to your pickup.
No.
Yeah, what's wrong with putting it in your pickup, William?
You know what?
No,
If somebody
I'm good.
buys me a van, I will do that.
It's not my style.
But it's my style.
If you want to buy my truck, you can do it.
It's hurtful, William.
So, John, since you jumped in here, I know you were here for were you here for my last interview with Shane?
I was jumping in and out, but yes, I've seen most of it.
How would you like to do? Are you free next Saturday to do an interview?
As long as it's after dinner.
Oh yeah, it'd be around like 9 o'clock if you want. If you
9 o'clock Chicago time?
are you in Central? Yeah, you're in Central. Yeah.
Sure, that'd work for me.
Okay, cool. We'll try to not talk about transmissions though. To talk
I
about
don't know.
Mr. Haney and your dad's truck.
After having Jeff on and seeing his automotive knowledge, I don't know if I can,
Yeah, his old drag racing knowledge, isn't that crazy?
meet up to Jeff there.
You know, you could tell them about your adventures in Blues Brothers land.
They don't want to hear about that shit.
Oh, bullshit. They'd want to hear it.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I don't care. I hate answering transmission questions. I know that sounds dumb, but I do it all day at the shop.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, you know. It's like I had Shane on here, and I was really trying to not go technical. I wanted him to talk about his car and stuff because that's what he every time he's live, somebody's asking him tech questions. So with you, I would want it. Everybody's always asking you transmission questions. I'd rather talk about your cars, you know, your Mr. Haney and the black truck, and you know.
I don't
just-
care, Brian. Yeah,
I'd like-
that's fine with me.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah,
Even
just
though
let
I
me
am-
know the night before so I don't forget.
Okay, I am thinking about taking this because this truck that I got. I don't know if you've seen the videos on this truck I have. It's got a 904 in it, and
I've seen it.
John Wilburn has got me talked into putting a 904 in the Duster. So probably after No Name, I'm going to just basically swap the two transmissions. I'm going to put the 727 in the truck for towing, and I'll have the 904 in the race car.
You know, it is 2/10 quicker, so
Yeah.
Nice.
But then that's when I'll be talking to you about what I need to do to make that thing survive, because I have smoked 904s in the past.
yeah. The best thing you could do is let me drive it.
Okay. I need to come up and see you is what I need to do.
What's that?
I need to come up and see you and hang out.
Dude, the door's always open. You don't need an invitation to come hang out.
Because, you know,
Having a
I go
party
out
in
and
here
see
tonight.
Jed. You're about the same distance as Jed, so.
That's what you
Uh-oh.
need. Right there.
How did you get that already, Jeff?
It was on my doorstep this morning. Mid-morning.
You kidding me? They delivered that on a Saturday?
I get shit here. I get everything here delivered except USPS throughout the week. Everything, FedEx, Amazon, you name it, comes Sundays, Saturdays, you name it.
Well, that was a thank you gift for sending me the Chicago style hot dog stuff.
John and I have an affinity for Chicago food, and if y'all ever get to Chicago or whatever, and you can have a real Chicago hot dog, it's a life-changing experience.
I've never had a Chicago hot dog.
Oh
What do they
man,
put on them?
sport
Is that what-
peppers, relish, onions, tomatoes, mustard,
Oh, that sounds awesome.
pickle,
Yep.
Vienna beef, poppy seed bun, celery salt.
Jeff likes Chicago so much, he always holds his gun sideways.
Yeah, I do.
I always like sauerkraut on a hot dog. Who does that? Is that New York that does that?
You got to get it right, John. Give me the fucking money.
As long as you don't put ketchup on a hot dog, you can put just about anything but ketchup on a hot
So
dog.
you know what they did? Heinz made ketchup and tried marketing it in Chicago, and they were calling it hot dog sauce. Do you remember that, John?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like Target and Bud Light today. It just didn't go over very well.
no, ketchup is nasty on a hot dog.
I think I see some hot dog sauce leaking underneath that T-bird.
It is. It is.
Well, you know what?
Well, it is a Ford.
Well, you know, John Cope's in the Ford transmission business now. I seen on Facebook. You might be hitting him up for one of them valve bodies. I still can't get over that. You just started with just a big chunk of aluminum, huh?
Yeah. It's coming along real good, Brian.
Man, I wish you lived closer.
He's the master.
I wish I lived closer to you.
Oh, I'm a dumbass. but
I would be on your door begging for a job.
Well, come on over. The
Dick.
shitters need to be cleaned.
Dean and Lee, how far are you guys from Gulf Shores, Alabama?
Gulf Shores, Alabama. Well, it's
Pretty good ways over, ain't it?
like 10 hours.
Oh, I thought he was looking out the
Oh,
window.
shit,
It's like,
your
right
ways.
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, I can
Yeah,
tell
you
you.
guys-
go to that
you guys are
panhandle
Daytona,
spot,
right?
yeah, that's-
all the way across.
It's weird. I can
hours
make it
is
all the
a
way to
little bit of a drive.
Tennessee in less than 10 hours, but I can't make it to the end of the panhandle of Florida in 10.
Yeah.
What state are you guys in?
Yeah.
Straight up.
They're in Florida, John. You guys are in Daytona, right? Outside of
Yeah, right south of Daytona.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
The day after No Name Nationals, me and Wilburn are spending 5 days in Florida. But it's going to be the Pensacola area.
Pensacola.
I spent
Nice.
6 months in, I spent 6 months in St. Pete. I really like that area.
I'll be but usually if I'm in Florida, it's either Madeira or Navarre. But I'll actually be back in Florida in the
Uh-oh. Did everybody freeze up or just
Yeah,
him?
I think it's just him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know we lost
He's
Jed a
scared.
minute ago too.
Yeah, we lost Jake. His internet
Yeah.
could handle the strain.
Can watch it in an amazing 480p.
I don't. I load all my videos in 720. Like, nobody needs to see my fat ass in 1080p.
Well, if in everybody's travels, if anybody is driving by the Memphis area, hit me up.
Yeah, you're in Mississippi, right?
Yeah, I'm like 20 minutes from Elvis's house.
That ain't Mississippi.
20 minutes from Elvis's house, yeah.
It's right on the
North
border.
Mississippi.
Right on the border of Tennessee.
I've
and
been to
Mississippi.
Tupelo.
Mhm. I
We
almost
spent a
drove
month
to
in
Tupelo
Jackson, and
yesterday.
You know what you should do, William, is offer everybody free coachman rides.
oh yeah,
I could do that. Actually,
Are you
looking
bringing
at my
up
65? I got a wheel. I got a drum scrubbing somewhere. I need to check that before No Name.
Are you bringing that to No Name? One of those?
I will do my best to bring my 65. Yeah,
Oh, I meant the coachman.
the
yeah,
Cushman.
the Cushman, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Cushman. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I got a 65. I got a 65 Cushman. I got a 73 and the 79, which is going to be the Red Rocket.
Ah, very cool.
Red Rocket. Jesus.
I still find it
45.
funny. You kept swearing you were going to sell the yellow one, and look at you now.
I'm not going to sell the yellow one like it is. When I
You're
get
not
it
gonna
running
sell
and
it
I
at all.
get
Yeah, I
was
the
about to
major
say,
rust fixed, it's still a possibility.
John,
But
you
as
see
it
those? You see
sits-
those in his background there? He's got the
Yeah.
red one or the orange one, and then the yellow ones in the back. Those sat outside my shop for a while.
The-
Oh, yeah?
As
For him,
the
too.
yellow one sits, I'm not selling it. As
Yeah.
it sits, I'm not selling it. It's got some major rust that I got to fix on the right front frame rail. I got to reinstall the transmission actually out of the Red Rocket and try to get everything running and working. Once I get it running and driving, I may actually sell it there then. But as
I
it
doubt it.
currently sits, no.
See, but the
We went
catch
out.
is,
We went out and picked those up, and I saw that yellow one, and he said he was going to sell the yellow one, and I saw the way it looked and everything, and I was like, "No, there's no way he's selling that."
Well, I'll have the cab on the Red Rocket, so I still got the feeling of a cab. It'll just be with the 440. Then I got my open cabs 65. It's still a possibility. The yellow one could be up for sale.
Yeah, but what if you find another one for sale?
I don't need it.
Well, of course you don't need it, but
you don't need it until he sees it for sale.
it's better. You know, it is better than some of
I'll
us
say
who
that.
collect cars.
If it's
you know,
cheap enough.
It'd take a lot longer to run out of room for Cushmans than it would to run out of room for cars.
That is
Yeah, I
true,
know.
but I don't need a Cushman parking lot in my backyard.
Sure you do. Need to rent them
Everybody
out.
does.
typical Mopar guy, you can't have just one, right?
Oh
If
man.
you've
I think
never
I'm up to-
ridden on a Cushman, you need to
Well,
find
you're
one.
gonna have to take John Cope for a ride at No Name.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can fit one person in the bed, maybe two. I got a 1,000-pound payload, so I can fit a couple of really big guys. So
Well, that X me out then.
Get everybody rocking in the back until it pulls a wheel stand.
You put a couple of big guys in the back like me and Andy Wood, it'll do a wheelie.
you have enough weight on the very back end of it. It probably could pull a wheelie.
Oh man.
Just leave it first and dump the clutch.
God, that would be a sight to behold.
So Brian, you guys been doing any more work to Ben?
Somewhat. I don't know if anybody's seen the. Well, you guys probably seen the photo in the Discord, but some people have not heard about this. You know, motor mounts are worn out. You know, rubber goes old. It's the way of
Yeah.
life. Instead of putting motor mounts in, we put that piece of chain in there.
Well,
We
yeah,
took-
that's what you're supposed to do.
We took it down in front of our church, and it was the one time I was like, oh, and I'm not going to record this just in case the car falls on its face. And by God, if that car didn't lay down the single best pass that it has ever made right then. I even told him, I was like, you're either going to blow this thing up and we're walking home, or you're going to do it.
But yeah, the chain on the motor mount, those old biscuit mounts. I think everybody's done that. Hell, they sell.
Chain on the motor mount works fine when the transmission mount is also still good. My 1970 pickup, when I got it, it had the slant six, and those 1970s just have the transmission mount is a flat piece of metal, rubber, flat piece of metal. There's nothing really keeping it there if it separates. Well, the motor mounts were bad, and the transmission mount was bad, and it moved either forward or back far enough that the shift linkage came disconnected while I was driving it.
Ooh.
That sucks.
That was
Well,
fun.
my
trying to get
my
it
old
shipped.
satellite, when it had that bad motor mount, I'd give it gas, and the motor would lift up and pull the throttle back.
Yep.
So you just got to kind of hang on for the ride for a minute until everything settles back
Settle
down.
back down. Yep. Been
Yeah,
there, done that.
I think that's why on the Dakotas and the Magnums they put the throttles on the other side on those. Because I had bad motor mounts on a Dakota, and yeah, it didn't do that. It just thumped a lot.
The only thing we really have to fix now is the oil leak, and I think Friday, or is it Thursday or Friday, Owen? Thursday of this week, we're sending it up. We're going to have the MSD and all that stuff put in it, so it should actually run right for once.
Owen can't do wires. Last time he did, he got electrocuted and he's out.
Well, you guys are probably going to be getting some offers on that car, I bet now.
I told him without even actually trying to sell it, I was like, we've already had some fairly stout offers. It's just we don't want to really say anything until after McCacken. And who knows,
Yeah.
maybe up at McCacken somebody will say the magic number.
Well, you know, now you've had the Uncle Tony experience.
God, dude, I was not expecting to see that. I was literally at work, and next thing I see, I get a notification on my phone. Uncle Tony's Garage has tagged you in a comment. And I was like, what?
Man, so
Tell us the story. I don't know about it.
Oh, what's that?
Tell us the story. I don't know about it.
Oh, me and my younger brother, we got a 66 Dodge Coronet, which we bought the thing being told it was a misstamped VIN.
Oh, I know the car, the purple one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know all about it.
Oh, yeah.
I watched all your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So how many subscribers did you pick up from that Uncle Tony hit?
I will tell you that right now.
Because it had to have been a lot.
Since the video, we have gained 655 subscribers.
Wow.
Yeah, that
Nice.
could not believe it. I couldn't believe people wanted to see an old race car that bad.
People. I really think those early B and A bodies, people are starting to gain a lot of interest in those. If you notice, there's a lot of them popping up on YouTube now. And
Oh yeah, I've loved
think it's
seeing.
because I think it's because they're affordable now. They're
Yeah.
more affordable than even an A body.
Because
You know,
you ain't
like my
kidding.
Duster.
the super expensive ones that everybody gravitates towards are exactly that, super expensive.
Well, poor,
Well,
poor people like
I'm
us
the
can't afford the
oddballs.
expensive stuff.
What's going to happen now is your average guy is going to start building those and making them cool. And then the guys with money are going to see them and, okay. And then the price of them son of bitches are going to go up, just like A bodies did, just like later B bodies did. But you got 600 subscribers from a Uncle Tony ad. And, see, we got this. Steve
I love
Mignotti
that.
says my car's cool and I don't pick up anything.
It was funny. I made that joke with Ryan because I was like 20 subscribers away from him at the time. And I was like, Ryan, by the end of the week, I'm going to pass you. And then not even the end of that night, I passed him up.
It's crazy. I'm really surprised that Steve hasn't Steve Mignotti hasn't wanted to come out and look at the car. That seems like it's right up his alley.
He asked some questions on Tony's video, and I answered what questions he asked, but never heard anything else on it.
Huh. I'd like to meet him. He's kind of one of my heroes.
I like Steve.
He's
I
just
miss his show, Junkyard Crawl, when it was on Motor Trend.
Oh, Junkyard Gold, yeah, that was one
was
of
it
the
Junkyard
best
Gold?
shows.
God, that show was awesome.
My oldest son, I used to have when the TV was on. That's what was on was Motor Trend, and he would be in his phone or in his computer. But when that show came on, he would watch that show because of the stuff that Steve Mignotti was saying, it interested him. And he's not a car guy at all, even though he's starting to come around.
Is this the one that you was talking about wanting to find? He's wanting a Murata.
I want to find him a Murata, but it's got to have the right interior in it. It's got to have the big plush. You know how it almost looks like they put a pillow on every seat or two pillows on every seat?
Yes.
Yeah. I want to find one of those, and I'd like to make it just a daily driver for him. And then now I'm finding out that I need to go back and look at that video too, that it was a long time ago. The guy I got the truck off of, Roy, he was going to give me a Duster a while back that was just sitting on his property. And he ended up giving it to a friend of his who was diagnosed with cancer and wanted to build it with his kids before he passed. Well, he ended up passing and had nothing getting done with the car.
Ooh.
But I think Roy's going to talk to the kids and try to, because they don't have any interest in it. I think he's going to talk to them and try to get it back, and he's going to give it to me. And if it's good enough, I may turn it into the race car and because it doesn't have a title, I may turn it into a race car and take my Duster and turn it back into a street car. Because I haven't done anything to that car that it couldn't be turned back. But I'd keep it a street car and have it looking exactly like it does, just with two great big street tires on the back.
It's more fun to drive the wild-looking stuff on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
I have learned that.
I gotta say, when I had the bug catcher on my Charger, I loved it. I loved driving around with that bug catcher on there.
I thought the look with the bug catcher on your car was awesome.
Yeah, some people like them.
The only thing about it is, if you're a stickler for everything needing to be symmetrical, do not put a bug catcher on a 68B body, because the motor is offset. It will be offset. There is no way around it.
Now, could you drive that in the rain with that bug catcher on there?
I did a couple of times, but I tried not to. But I didn't really notice any kind of problems. there actually was an air cleaner in there, so any kind of
Yeah.
water coming in would have gotten stopped by the air cleaner.
What do you think about that, John? Driving something with like say a tunnel ram with a scoop on it in the rain. Do you think you can get away with it?
I drove. Am I still here?
Yeah,
Yeah, you're not
Yeah, you're
moving, but I can hear you.
I drove. I had a 6-pack 4-speed Roadrunner, and I drove it from Joliet Speedway all the way home in the rain. And it would stutter once in a while, but a bug catcher, I don't know. I think I would flip it backwards at least.
So you think if it started? Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad
well,
idea.
it's got
I
the
guess if it
linkage
started
on there
raining.
too for the
Well, you
butterfly.
can just undo the linkage.
Yeah.
Well, see, because I'm thinking about the satellite, and I really would love to have, because that's the way I envisioned. I actually envisioned my satellite when I was a kid, what I did to the Duster, and I would like to do that, but I don't know, because I want to be able to get in that satellite and just drive it. You know, I don't care where I want to go. I don't care if there's snow on the ground. I want to drive that car. So I don't know.
Yeah, our big stopper is we never take slicks off the car, so the first bit of condensation, no.
You still with us, John? Damn, everybody's
I
dropping off.
know one thing.
That far corner.
As soon
Yeah,
as I
that's
show
a corner
those,
of death.
as soon as I show those vector wheels on my channel, I'm gonna have people asking, "Are you gonna put them on the Charger?"
That
Those vector wheels will not touch the Charger.
Thank God.
They will not see the Charger. They may go on my truck if I decide to keep it, but that's it.
I'm coming to your house with some orange spray paint.
Yep, we're gonna put the vectors on there and put a big old number 1 on the side of it.
I don't have the right. I don't have the right lug nuts. Darn.
Darn.
That's okay. We'll use steel wheel lug nuts. They'll dig in.
It'd be a hell of a troll. Do your like jack up one side of the Charger and put the wheels on there and use that as your thumbnail, and then in the video be like, hell no, these ain't going on there.
We pranked
If I
our
wake
friend by
up-
making him a General E.
If I wake up one day and my Charger has any kind of orange or vector wheel on it, I'm coming after somebody.
Jed,
I'm
we need
glad-
to get some orange wrap.
William, I'm glad you hold that stance because I'm so tired of seeing General E clones.
Now,
I get it's not my room to knock on somebody's car, but there's so many. It's just I like originality.
original General Lees that are survivors from the original TV series, I can respect.
That's different.
But anything after that is put your own spin on it. Change the color, or do something different about it. Make it your own. Don't just make a blatant copy of it.
You know what I'd like to see?
Agreed.
What I'd like to see someone make a copy of, and I think they actually had a kit to do it, is I'd like to see somebody make a copy of Kit from Knight Rider.
Very Crazy Lady Charger was cooler.
I
People
want
do.
to do that. I want to
People
make
do
a
it.
copy of Kit and put an LS motor in it. Make it
It's
fast.
not that common, but people do it.
I want a
Not
copy of the
common
car from the
General Lee.
Wraith.
Oh well, you're not going to find anything you can make a copy of the Wraith of. That
Nope.
car was.
That car
one
was
of
awesome,
one.
though.
I don't know.
The
I
movie
remember
was
seeing the
very
movie when I
weird.
was a kid, and it was cool, but now it's like,
I seen the movie when I was younger. I thought it was weird then, and I still think it's weird. But the car is cool.
That's like me and my son saw a new Corvette today, and it's like, that just doesn't look like, that just doesn't, it looks like an Italian supercar to me. And
Yep.
okay, yeah, you don't see those
That's
every
what
day,
RV is.
but
Lambo.
it's not
That's
a
what they're-
Corvette.
That's
No.
what they're trying to make. I mean, they made it a mid-engine, so
Yeah.
they're trying to make it in a high-end Italian copy.
The Corvair was a mid-engine.
Corvairs are cool though.
But
Yeah,
the Corvair wasn't
Corvairs
really
are
geared
cool.
towards high performance either.
Speaking of, if anybody
more.
knows anybody needing a Corvair that's even an air-conditioned car, hit me up. I know a guy.
You know why? See, that if it's nice, I can't have it because I'll buy a Myers Banks body and make me a Corvair buggy.
See, but it's not nice.
Oh, okay. It'll make me a Corvair buggy that actually has heat.
He's got two. They're both convertibles. One is kind of nice and one is eh.
I had a friend that had a bunch of those Corvairs.
Weren't those air-cooled engines?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think my air cleaner hold down is actually from a Corvair on my 65 Cushman.
Were they air cooled?
All right, I'll hit Google
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
have a big fan on top.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, they were.
That's pretty much a rear engine car. It wasn't mid engine.
Actually, I was about to say,
Yeah, that was a rear engine car because it was actually behind like a Volkswagen.
pretty much.
the old Tornado, it was a rear engine, wasn't it?
No, it was front wheel drive. It was the besides the 36 cord, it was actually the cord doesn't count. The Tornado was actually the first mass-produced front-wheel drive car that was actually successful.
I'm glad somebody
And-
was here to save me from getting burned by the Oldsmobile guys.
No, yeah, I'm very well educated on those Tornadoes because I had a clean Survivor one owner 66.
Actually, the 66,
Those are
the 66 Tornado, paid tribute to the Cord with the hideaway headlights, and the grill kind of mocked it a little bit. I heard that the Oldsmobile engineers paid homage to the Cord because it was the front wheel drive.
I could
Wasn't
hard were those
didn't
transmissions?
people, wasn't it a thing
except
where-
originally the Tornado was supposed to be a sports car, but they couldn't get the front wheel drive shit to ever work in a compact car. But I could see them giving nods to the
I think that'd be a good car to drive in the snow, though.
It was
that
when I
was
was
the best.
when I was a kid. I had a '69 Tornado and a '67 Tornado, and it was the easiest car to do a Rockford style turn in when it's wet or snowing out.
That would be awesome.
We used
That
to have
66 of mine, that's the car I wish I would have kept out of everything. I'd give my fucking Charger up in a heartbeat to have that one car back. That was a great car.
I think I've heard of people using a Tornado drivetrain in like the back of like a old Econoline van or something like that, and making it like a wheel standing
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah.
That is a
I
dream
should-
of
I-
mine.
Maserati was built with one of those.
Mm-hmm.
I actually know where one of those old Econoline vans was started with doing that, and just somebody just stopped their conversion on it. I don't even know if it's still sitting there. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I'd like to find a nice 8100 or Econoline, but at the same time, I'm starting to get to the point I need to cut down on projects. I literally just ran out and spent $600 on another truck earlier.
You got a YouTube channel. Everything's content.
Exactly.
And
But I
now
don't
you
have place to store
monetize. You just
content.
got to keep. Don't you live on a farm? There should be all
Yes,
kinds of places to store cars.
Some of the content that I buy is in really nice shape, and I don't like leaving it sitting outside 24/7.
I'd leave my duster outside, except I think that the Rust-Oleum paint would fucking wash off of it.
I mean, we leave bins sitting in the driveway all the time, so
Oh man, Don't let
Yeah.
that out. Oh, you'll catch hell for that.
See you in the morning.
Oh man, you've got no idea.
Then again, treat the car like that because then somebody will give you a pile of money thinking they're saving it.
Yeah. Being the
That is
neglectful
a
owner.
genius idea.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's neglecting that car. I have to have it. What do you want? 80,000? Take it.
I've already had a couple people comment up saying that somebody besides me and Owen needs to own it so they can save it.
I would say that. Well, I like I said, if I win the lottery, I would be the most hated man in the world because I'd buy stupid shit and just.
Oh, dude, if I had all the money, if I had the money like that, I would go buy like the Motown Missile or one of those old Pro Stock cars, and I'd go run it. And I would run the fucking piss out of it. I'd get like Dick Lange's Challenger. It's like, fuck this thing being in a museum.
I do stupid shit like that. That Hemi Cuda convertible a few years back, it sold for $4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd get that, throw some Kragers on it.
You
If
don't
I
know
Ride
the
the
parking
shit
lot.
out of it.
If I was
I'd have a
stupid
top
rich,
fuel
I would buy
cushion.
the Silver Bullet.
I'd have a Top Fuel Hemi Cushman.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine that?
Challenge
heard
Ron
Capital
Barlett's
car,
good
right?
bridge
How about-
race.
A
about a
nitro burning Cushman.
Hey, William, I know a Cackle Fest Hemi that's for sale.
I don't even have near enough money for that.
I'm sure Tom will take payments.
I take donations.
No, he doesn't give donations.
There's a Wraith Interceptor YouTube channel?
Actually, I just Googled that up after reading it. There seriously is.
Wow.
This looks. It started not too long ago, apparently.
Is it the real car or?
I don't know. What they have nothing in there about. I'll probably check that out after the stream.
Huh.
I'm very
See?
curious because I like that car.
That's what me and Jeff were talking about that earlier on the phone. Everything's going to YouTube. Who'd we lose?
Jed.
Jed again. But everything's going to YouTube now. I mean, like I said, I used to watch Motor Trend constantly. And if you leave that channel on your TV, you're going to see the same thing over and over and over. The exact same show over and over and over again. And it's like,
Yep.
I guess people are getting tired of that and they're watching more stuff on YouTube. You're back in, Jed. I didn't know if you wanted to come back in or not. Oh, I don't know. He can unmute himself whenever he comes. I don't.
He's here physically, but not mentally.
Yeah.
I think it was better when it was Velocity.
Yeah.
Seemed like it had more stuff on it.
I like
Black
that
Root.
Roadkill show when it was on YouTube before
Yeah.
they moved it to Motor
Yeah.
Trend.
Well, I don't know. It's not bad on Motor Trend.
I actually prefer
I still
Roadkill
watch it.
Garage. I don't know why, but I like Roadkill Garage.
My
I
favorite
like
one
those.
there's that full custom garage with ends.
I don't think I've watched that one yet.
I think I've seen. I think I've seen a few episodes of that one.
And he makes some wild stuff. I mean, he just cuts up anything.
What was the one I liked? Those guys in Texas.
Ain't there
Oh,
one literally
what
called Texas
guy's
Metal?
name? No, not that guy. No, not that guy. That guy that puts all the donk wheels on the trucks and shit. No, the other guys in Texas. What was that called? He had that Mexican guy working for him. The guy is real quiet and
I'm not sure.
damn it, now I gotta look it up.
I don't think John Cope knows he's still here.
I know I'm still here. I'm getting a pretzel.
Oh, okay.
Mood.
Just making sure.
I put the phone in my pocket.
Oh.
I know I was watching that Fastest Cars in the Dirty South for a little bit. They started packing that one quite a bit
Yeah.
with drama.
Well, they tried to they tried to capture the whole Street Outlaws thing. Texas Metal. No, not Texas Metal. Not Texas Metal. Okay, that's not the one.
Dude, speaking of Street Outlaws, I was actually talking my buddy Junior that ran us up to Minnesota. We got to talk about this time they was racing out in St. Louis. It was all the guys from OKC. I think Boosted GT was their big guy at the time. And I actually found a video where my buddy Junior beat Boosted GT in his Barracuda.
Yeah, they were probably racing down on Hall Street.
That's it. I don't know what street it was, but yeah, brown sugar. It was a car.
I haven't seen it personally, but I have heard from several people at my work that the Memphis Street Outlaws, the road they race on, is just down the street from where I work.
Probably. Those guys, that's the whole thing with the Street Outlaws guys. People can say what they want about them, but they were doing this shit before the TV show came along.
Oh yeah.
All of them were. And
Yeah, but
you can say street racing is bad and all that. I understand it's not safe, but
No, street crashing is not safe.
it brought the Street Outlaws. Drag racing was dying. People don't understand. Drag racing was dying, and Street Outlaws brought it back.
you know what else brought it back, Brian?
What?
Mustangs, Challengers, and Camaros.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rebirth of the muscle cars.
Yeah.
They did too. They all kind of came along at the same time too. Ford did it first with the Mustang when they brought back that. I can't remember what year it was, but it looked like an older Mustang.
What was that, like 2004 or 5?
Yeah, it was
Early
the early
2000s,
2000s. Yeah. And I actually like those cars, even though they did resemble the girls' cars. I actually like those cars.
But that was after the Challenger. The Challenger was the first remake.
No,
Challenger.
No.
it was that Mustang in
wasn't.
like 2004.
Sure.
Yeah. That Challenger didn't come along. The Challenger didn't come along until
it
like
was-
2007.
It was the
I
Mustang,
think.
then it was the Camaro, and then it was the Challenger.
No. It was the Mustang, then the Challenger, then the Camaro. Wait. Mr. Hobbs, look it up.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was the Challenger first.
No, I think it was.
Because I remember seeing the Mustangs out on the street.
Challenger
And-
re-released in 2008 after being discontinued in 1978.
Uh-huh. What about Camaro?
That's what we're going for right now.
The Mustang really never went away. They just, when they brought out that new body style, I think it was in 2004.
Well, you can say the rebirth of all the muscle cars and Street Outlaws, without a doubt, has played a huge role in getting people back in the seats of the drag strip. You know,
We went to, I don't know if you ever heard of Duck or whatever. He does the Radial versus the World racing.
yeah,
Racing
Yeah.
down here at South Georgia Motorsports Park. And when they first started that up or whatever, we went down there, and it was right when Big Chief brought out the Crow mod or whatever, and he was there. Murder Nova was there. There's a couple of them there. Hey, I mean, it was standing room only. I guarantee you, there's 300 people in the staging lanes.
yeah.
It was just like, what is
That's
this?
because they're TV stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
They got their butts handed to them there, though. They come out there. I think Big Chief, he barely made it in the field of 32. There were some bad boys there. It's amazing what they do on a radial tire now, man. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
they put so
yeah.
much glue. They put so much
yeah.
glue on that track for those radials.
The Camaro came back out in 2009. So it was the Mustang was reborn in 05, the Challenger in 08, and the Camaro in 09.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Yep.
And now, from what Steve Mignante says, the Challenger is supposed to be going away, and they're going to be making a 2-door and a 4-door Charger, and you could get it with either that straight 6 or a 5.7 Hemi. They
thought I
were
heard
saying
the
there were not
Hemi
going
was-
to be any more new Hemis. The Hemi was going away, but obviously it's not now.
because they probably got a whole bunch of backlash about it.
Well, yeah, nobody wants to drive EVs. People who want those cars don't want to drive no electric car.
So they're
Sounds
just
like a
going to do a
vacuum cleaner.
5.7. They're not going to do the 6.4.
I from what he was saying, the 5.7 is all they're going to have. You'll be able to get a 5.7, or you'll be able to get that twin turbo straight 6, which in all likelihood that they're probably doing that because that twin turbo straight 6 will probably be a faster car than the 5.7. But I'd still buy the one with the 5.7 in it myself.
You gotta admit, the part of the electric car that would be entertaining would be downloading like some pro mod exhaust sound or something.
All I know is that little video that was released on the EV's sound. It sounded like a vacuum cleaner. It did not sound like an exhaust system.
It
Oh,
sounded
hang on,
like
guys.
the car from the Raft.
Hang on,
it's
guys.
like-
I gotta
Yeah.
turn down my exhaust. It's too loud.
Yeah, turn it down. Well, that's the whole thing. That's another thing me and Jeff were talking about, and I've said it. People don't go to if NHRA went all EV, they would go under in a year because people
Agreed.
don't go to those races to kid. They don't care who wins. They don't care even what the car looks like or how fast it goes. They go because of the way that nitro car will just shake
They
you.
go
to death.
they go to feel the punch of the sound in their chest.
Yeah. That's all and that's the only reason people go to those shows. I there may be a few diehards out there that follow the racers, but
Yeah, I've seen a good
where you
comparison
get enough-
today about the EVs or whatever. EVs and gas motors are like comparing a microwave to a good grill.
yeah,
You know, microwave may be quicker, but you don't see everybody dang falling over for a microwave steak. You know.
yeah,
Not only that, the EVs, there's nothing green about them. They're still going to be burning a fossil fuel to be charged.
Right.
Not only that, getting rid of that battery compared to someone taking a car to the junkyard, and then they pull the motor out and they stick it in their hot rod, or they pull the transmission out and sell it for parts. Once an electric car is done, it's more of a burden on the planet than
Oh, yeah.
hundreds of gas cars or diesel cars.
Rick.
Well, did you guys ever see that 72 satellite that the guys swapped over to an E EV?
we don't discuss that car here, all right?
Okay.
Because
The one
we
that's
really
not
like
named.
71 and 72 satellites. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry. Like I said, I've got a 30-mile drive to work every day. If I could wake up and go get in my car, unplug it, and push a button say take me to work, and I get an extra half hour or 45-minute nap, I'll be fine with that. And I do think that if the technology of self-driving cars, once it catches up, the roads will be a lot safer, because I would rather rely on technology than some of these idiots I see on the road myself, personally.
Skynet, man.
Like I said, I
That's
drive 30 miles a
fair.
day. But the technology's not there, and everything else is just too damn expensive. So, no, we're not ready for electric cars yet. We're just not.
Want to hear something funny about Teslas?
Well, I like
Apparently, you can cut any Tesla off, and it will pull back. It will hit the brakes, whether the driver wants to or not, because it's
Yeah.
going to avoid a collision.
So you brake check a Tesla, it's gonna stop.
I have not done it, but I have heard of that, and there are a few Teslas going around my area.
Which
Every
I
time
pass
I
a
see
few
them,
on
I
my
think
way to work.
about it.
I'll find out for you and get back.
Well, it's like
I
on
mean-
Cletus. I don't know if you watch him or not. He got in that Tesla and was doing the spectator drags over there at the Freedom Factory, and he lost a race because he was getting up close to another car and it shut him off. Didn't get around him because the car was taking over.
Man, you want to talk about things that would go in easily the top 3 worst ways to lose a race.
The
Like,
car
car
didn't
shut
want me to
itself
pass
off.
them. I couldn't win. The car wouldn't let me.
But I
It's worse
still
than
have
red
to say, if they ever do this where every car has to be electric, I will buy a Tesla, because right now it is the only all American car company. It's an American-owned car company. Everything else is owned by 9, 10 different other foreign car companies. Tesla is its own thing, and I like Elon Musk. I like him.
That guy's something else.
He fucks
Not
with
a
people.
flamethrower.
He's a goddamn billionaire internet troll. Come on, how can you not like that? He bought Twitter just so he could troll people on it.
And bring back free speech.
Yeah. And bring back free speech.
Not that I go on there, but
I wanted to, but I just I got better things to do with my time than go on Twitter, you know.
Yes. What's his face?
got a
Facebook.
job.
Zuckerberg and Elon Musk still going to fight? Whatever happened to
I
them?
don't know. I'm sorry, but from what I heard of Mark Zuckerberg, he'll kick Elon Musk's ass.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures or whatever. He's been training and stuff. He looks fit, I guess.
The thing
It would
is,
definitely be interesting. I would almost pay to look at that.
he's been taking jujitsu classes. He's been big into jujitsu. He's actually gone into a couple of tournaments.
Look at LP94's comment. You have a Tesla and it gets stolen. Do you call it an Edison?
Oh shit.
Nice.
Back to Elon though, yeah, that guy's like the perfect internet troll.
He's not Jeff Bezos, all right? Jeff Bezos is just a dickhead.
He
He's got
made
a dick rocket.
flamethrowers, called them not flamethrowers, and sold them.
Yeah. Who else does that?
I mean,
when they made his rocket, he was like, well, can you make it a little more pointy?
and he only said that because the movie Dictator.
Yeah. And you know what? They made it more pointy, and it's actually a worse design, but he did it.
He said arguably the point is makes it a little bit worse.
But he did it anyway, and at least he didn't make it look like a giant penis like Jeff Bezos' dick rocket.
And he shot his car into space.
Yeah, there's people saying that's fake, but I don't think it is.
You can still go and track it. It's still out there.
Wait, they have a thing for you to track his car in space?
Yep.
Got a camera inside the car, and you can be.
Well, I think it's gone now.
Is it dead now?
I think the camera's dead. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked in a while, but yeah, you can go on there and they got a thing where you can track it.
The thing about the guy is Elon Musk. He's a high functioning autistic, is what he is. If you were friends with him and you could get him on something like a world problem and actually get him on it and get him thinking about it, he would spend money just to try to solve it, just because that's the way his head works. He was talking about the traffic problems in LA and that. He's like, okay, why don't we just bore underneath the ground? He's got a company called the Boring Company, and that's what they do. They make tunnels underneath and drive cars in them.
You know what he did right after he bought Twitter?
The fire.
He carried a sink into Twitter headquarters so they could let that sink in.
I remember that.
No, what I thought was funny is he fired I think it was almost 75% of the people there.
Mm-hmm.
And they did an interview, and they're like, well, how are you running the company? And he's like, well, it seems like if you're not constantly trying to censor people's free speech, you don't really need that many people to run Twitter. But that was one of those. Sorry, I try not to lump all of them together, but that was one of those millennial companies. They had people there that just went in, sat in an office, played video games all day, screwed off, and went home and got a paycheck.
But yeah, they got big money to do it.
Yeah. Because they went to college. They paid them to go in there and do nothing. And I don't understand it. I still don't understand the whole sending an 18-year-old to college, making the biggest, you're going to ask an 18-year-old to make one of the biggest financial decisions of their life and decide what they want to do for the rest of their life when they're 18. And most of them haven't even been like us and had a job at a goddamn fast food place. But you're going to make them take on a huge debt that they're never going to repay.
For
They'll
philosophy.
be taking,
Yeah. Liberal arts.
yeah. There's people out there that have that because of this whole push for college, they're getting deducted from their Social Security check to still pay off their student loans.
That's crazy.
Go be a plumber, goddammit. You'll make more money. And you'll make money while you're learning to be a plumber.
Tradesmen oftentimes make a lot more money than people with degrees.
Plumbers.
Because they're in very demanding fields. And plumbing, HVAC work, welders.
Strippers.
I don't make great money, but I'm making more money than I've ever made. And I got a GED, guys. I didn't finish high school. I got my GED.
And I'm in manufacturing. I make large scale power plant transformers. So depending on where you are, you could get a job at
you power all the EVs. Job. That's what you're doing. You're powering the EVs.
A lot of our transformers are actually going to solar farms, wind farms, and stuff like that. Wow. One of them actually went to the very first offshore solar farm in the U.S.
I still think that video of that windmill on fire is the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Or that one that's just pouring oil out of it. It's got like 300 gallons of oil at the base of it, and it's just leaking all down. It's like,
what was that? Was that an actual thing where they were one of those environmentalists was out there touting the solar, the windmill, and the fucking bird flew through it. Just,
yeah, feathers go everywhere.
Yeah.
I like the one that just goes out of control and just blows apart.
I mean, I guess they work. I don't know.
I mean, it's not going to power anything, really. I mean, small town, you had a bunch of them, but still, look at. I mean,
well, they say they say that if they were actually be able to make a generator that could work off of like ocean waves and
I've always said
that would be like that would be the end of it right there, because that never stops. It's
the tide
always
comes
moving.
in every 4 hours, goes out every 4 hours.
That's why I say one of the good things about Tennessee, TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, dams, because that's why Tennessee, it's so much cheaper for electricity. Like down here in Florida, we're coal powered, so our electricity price is based on coal prices. As far as in Tennessee, it's
water's always running.
Yeah, water's always running. So, shit, I miss Tennessee for that fact, having $40, $50, $60 electric bills. Our last electric bill down here, $411.
No, we pay quite a bit here in Illinois, but Illinois is evil anyway. The whole damn state's evil. I say Illinois is like California without the good weather.
Really, that bad?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't think it was that far.
I didn't think it was that bad.
You can ask Jeff. You ask Jeff. He lives here too. I wouldn't mind moving to Tennessee. I just don't know what part I'd live in, because I'd really like to live in like Nashville and stuff, because I was out there and it was really neat out there. But God damn it, I want to work for Edelbrock.
Like I said, Nashville, only thing bad about Nashville now is the traffic, and it is blown up so much. It's like,
you know what? When I was out there, it's like there's an actual a lot of car culture out in Nashville. It may not be hot rods and stuff like we're into, but I mean, every car you see is customized in some way, shape, or form. And it's cool, you know.
That's where
I'll
my
tell you
Super
another-
Bee came from.
Yeah. Music
A
City
good
Dodge.
Tennessee event, Rod Run. I'd say if you've never been to Rod Run, it is worth attending at least once.
Where's that at?
That's in Gatlinburg, ain't it?
Yes.
Well, did you guys notice when I had when I had Shane on here? I was like, you know, Holly is doing. They do that. They do the LS Fest. They do the Ford Fest, the Holly Mo Party. I'm like, Edelbrock needs to step up and start doing some shit like that. You know?
I live like an hour from Holly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can get a job at Holly as a machinist.
They pay good.
And I don't know if I want to live there.
They have the
Didn't,
Rod Run here in Florida too.
Yeah.
Daytona.
Turkey Rod Run.
Didn't Edelbrock move to Memphis?
Yeah, Edelbrock's all they're all Edelbrock and all their companies from that what I understand are all Edelbrock crane cams, TCI transmissions. They're all in Memphis now.
That's wild.
See if you start working at Edelbrock, we can hang out more.
Well, that's the thing. I would probably move to Mississippi.
I would definitely move to Mississippi, not Memphis.
Yeah, and drive.
you
Well,
don't
like
want-
I said, I drive
you
a
don't
half
want
hour to work now anyway.
You don't want Memphis.
Like I said, we got a spot in Manchester, which is about 45 minutes from Nashville. Which, you know, we drove back and forth every day to Coates. Coates is built right there south Nashville, Laverne. But
What is it? Why are all these YouTubers moving to Nashville? Is it just like the taxes and stuff? 'Cause I know they don't have a state sales tax. Or a state income tax. They don't have a state income tax.
The sales tax is a little high. Sales tax is around 2%, but you know, other than that, everything's. And I don't think they still have emissions either. Engine light. It just that come in. It just depended on the population.
That's what I want to get away from is emissions and inspection.
Because
I don't have any inspection, but
would
You
live
could-
in Nashville, and they would put my address in Manchester for the registration and stuff. So they would pay because what was ours? $18 a year for, you know, and in Nashville it was like $250. So
Mississippi
everybody
does
had
not
the
have
registration coming to my house.
Mississippi doesn't have emissions,
Mississippi does not have vehicle inspection anymore.
or no, nothing.
We had it, but we don't have vehicle inspection anymore.
I think
I
most
don't know
places-
about safety. I could almost see a safety inspection because that's what Missouri has is a safety inspection.
That's
But they
basically
don't
what
have
That's what we've got.
Mississippi had. But I went through one time in my 79 pickup, Ford pickup I had a long time ago. At that time, I think I was working on it and I didn't have a front bumper on it. And the guy said I could have a 2x4 on there for all he cares.
A lot of
So it
those
was-
places, as long as
when
it
they
ain't
had it-
stolen.
when they had it, it was extremely lax as it was, but they've done away with it now.
Chattanooga, I think's got emissions
Do they?
because my daughter lives there, and they bought a junk car pretty much. And just to title it, you have to put a tag on it. And the only way you get a tag is you got to go through emissions. And this car didn't have a motor in it at the time, so it's like, what do you do?
Zero emissions.
I said, how do
Yeah,
you?
zero emissions car. No,
How-
for me to
you
get
own a race car that didn't even have a title.
a
What do you do?
renewal sticker on my truck is $150. That's not plate. Plates is like $300 to get it.
Good God.
Damn.
Good Lord. Want to know
Yeah.
how much I paid for tags on my 05 Ram? It's like $40-$50, if that.
Well, see, that's what happened. It all happened all on the same day. The governor here signed all this stuff. He legalized marijuana. He let in like five new casinos. He allowed 5 more casino licenses. And then he raised the gas tax and raised the tax on he raised the price to get your cars legal. I'm like, how much money do you need? The marijuana legalization alone is making them so much goddamn money. Missouri is gone crazy with it. They're making so much goddamn tax money because they were just like giving out the licenses for dispensaries. They're like, yeah, go ahead. You know, if we're going to make it legal, and people could say, people could be on either side of the fence with that, but I think it's no problem that it's legal. You know, fuck it. If you could drink,
Beer's legal.
Smoke pot. Huh?
You know, I said beer's legal.
Yeah. Is it legal in is it legal in Florida yet?
Medical wise or whatever it is, but they're still.
You know what's happening? What's happening here is, and I knew it would happen. Okay, we're super liberal state, so we legalized it. But then Missouri saw all these people coming from St. Louis over here to buy it. And they're like, well, we're just missing out on tax money there.
Yeah.
And they saw all the tax money that was being made. And they're like, okay, yeah, we'll legalize it. Kansas will be next. It'll start going that way in the country.
Mississippi recently allowed medical use, but not recreational yet. It's a matter of time.
It's going to get everywhere, and maybe 1 or 2 states will still hold out. But you know what? That's their right to do that. And if people don't like it, they can move.
That's why the whole state thing was done. So
Yeah.
like-minded people can go and have their own spot.
Mm-hmm.
Do this, you can go to that state, and then you'll be fine.
Yep. If you want to be a Mormon, go to Utah.
Yep.
I don't necessarily want to be a Mormon.
Therefore, I'm not going to Utah.
Yeah, I don't want to live in Utah. I almost went to Utah for trade school when I was younger. Glad I didn't. I heard Utah is pretty weird. But isn't that where the salt flats are, though?
I think so.
I'd go there
Salt
for
Lake
that.
City, all that.
Yeah, I'd go
That's
there.
where
for that.
dang. Oh,
Yep, it's in Utah.
Diesel Brothers and stuff are out, ain't they?
Diesel Brothers. I know that one guy is Ken Diggett's in Utah. I can't remember if Diesel Brothers is there or not. I know that one guy I liked who did all the diesel rat rods was in Vegas. And I'd like to go out to Vegas to see that. I'd like to go out there to see Counts Customs too, because he does some cool shit. He does some shit like I like, you know, like the 70s shit. He's kind of into that.
I will
I'm
say
like,
this:
yeah.
if any celebrity car person were to ever work on any of my vehicles, it would have to be Counts Customs.
Yeah.
It would have to be Danny and them over there. Because at
But
least,
then again, like you said, if I move to where you're at, I could get in good with JJ and those Street Outlaws guys. Those guys are cool as fuck. Did I ever tell you my Doughboy story? I know I
Yeah.
have. That was so cool. Those guys, they remember you, and I mean, if you could go to one of their events, they are the absolute nicest people. I was taking pictures of one of their cars, that heifer, his wife's car, and I was getting up on it to take a picture of the inside. She goes, "That door opens." She goes, "You can sit in it if you want. I don't care." I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm used to going to car shows and shit where people are like, "Don't get too close to my car."
Don't touch it. It's the 36,318 satellite made in 1968. Dude,
But-
talk about people restoring cars. The funniest, at least one comment per video there for a while. We were getting someone like, "Oh, send Ben to Mark Werman. He'll fix it up and probably knows all about that car."
Let somebody buy it and have the money to send it to Mark Warman.
I cringed a little bit.
People
each
act
time
like
I
he
read
does that
them.
shit for free. Like he would be like, "Oh, this is such a rare car. I get the pleasure of working on it for free." No,
Yeah, it's not like he'd try to charge me
he charged
$100,000.
$100,000 to fix it to restore that car.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he wouldn't do a good job.
I got no
but
doubt he'd
you
do a good
pay
job.
for the work. You pay for the work. You know.
Mhm.
Maybe some dude that wants to own this thing and leave it sit in his climate controlled garage, you know, he can have all that fun. I like driving it.
There ain't nobody sending a 75 slant 6 dart to fucking John Warman, all right? Or Mark Warman, all right?
Dude,
Even though I
that-
would like to see him do one.
There's probably some people trying, but it definitely wouldn't be a car that they show on graveyard cars.
No, they probably would show it. I think they would, because as much as he, oh man, I don't want to call anybody out, so I'm not going to say the channel name. But I watched a guy, and if I didn't know the things about Mopar that I know, I watched a video today, and this guy was at Carlisle, and he, great looking YouTube channel, guy, fucking all the confidence in the world saying this shit, and he's just fucking wrong. just all the confidence in the world spewing bullshit about some of these cars, and I'm like, there's a lot of people gonna believe that.
That's all it. When I was in the Marine Corps, that was like the big thing they taught us was just be loud and be confident. Just always be loud, be confident. Even if you're wrong, be loud and be confident.
It was just like, oh my god. That's all right. I've become a troll now. I dumped milk water into my fucking ready. You guys see that? I thought that was funny as fuck. When I was filling up the radiator of that truck.
Oh yeah, about the
No, tap
still
water
water.
out of a dirty milk jug.
Probably milk still in it.
Vitamin D for Dodge. I'm gonna do that whole truck that way too. I'll announce it right now because there's only 11 people watching. The name of that truck is going to be Trigger, like Roy Rogers' horse.
I like that.
Because all the shit I'm going to do to it is I'm going to end up everybody in the community. I'm going to trigger somebody at some point with what I do to that truck. There's going to be one thing that'll be like, oh my God. I've already triggered William on it because I'm putting a Fran filter on the son of a bitch.
He almost didn't check the oil before doing that shop burnout.
I didn't check the oil. I'm telling you, the dipstick is broke off and it's packed with mud. I guess it's mud dauber nest down in there.
You still added oil. But you did add a little bit of oil.
I added about a quart of oil to it just to be sure.
At least you did that.
Fine. You guys heard that motor run. There was no lift or tick, nothing. It had to have oil in it.
Actually, it sounded really good.
It really did.
And it's got good, it's full of transmission fluid and it's good and clean. So if it's got transmission fluid, it's got to have oil. Come on. Who has transmission fluid and not oil? Really?
Maybe it was in the middle of an oil change and they didn't put oil back in it.
Maybe there was a rod hanging
why
out
was
of
it
the
missing
side
the
of the block.
dipstick?
I have a dipstick to replace it too, so I'm going to put a dipstick back in it, of course. But I really think that's the odometer on that truck says like 48,000 something miles on it, like 40,000 miles. I think it's true. I think it's actually a 40,000 mile truck. Me and my dad were looking it over, and the cab mounts are still all rubber. All the rubber's still on the cab mounts. Now it's rusty around them. The A-frame bushings are still perfect on it. There's nothing wrong with them. If it had gone 140,000, those A-frame bushings would have wore out. And I don't think anybody's changed them.
What year is
pedal, 76. The gas pedal and the brake pedal look like they're brand new. I think the truck got in an accident or something, and somebody pulled the big block out of it and just let it sit. and then somebody bought it and put this 318 in it, or for some reason they let that truck sit, and that's where all the rust came from.
Was it a 400 truck?
Yeah, it was a 400 big block truck.
That's cool.
And I'm going back and forth because I could probably get a 440, but my machinist also has another 400 that I want to buy off of it and just have him
Go
redo
the
it.
400.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun either way.
Well, ain't Dennis changing the motor out in that Duster?
I went out there today and the guy wasn't there. I was actually going to get to look at Dennis's motor today because the guy who my machinist is he's building that motor for him. I think he's going to put like a 512 in it. Now, I don't know if he's told anybody, but we went out to that Mopar race and I didn't get any footage. And I was supposed to go out with him the day that, I don't know if he's watching. Probably not. It's too late for him. He goes to bed early.
I think you already said goodnight in the chat earlier.
But I was supposed to go out with him the next day because that was a 2-day race. And he never called me. So I figured he just stayed at home. But he didn't. He went out there. And they ran quarter mile. And that car ran the best it ever hit. It ran a 1020. So you scared yet?
Nope.
Lee 8, I don't think I can hang with it.
It ran a 1020, and then now he's getting that 512 built for it. So I don't know what I was
512, we'll have probably a pretty good race.
1020 is about as fast as I ever want to go. I don't need to go no faster than that. Well, I know the Duster will never be faster than that. I'd like for the Duster to get around there, but I'd also like for it to get around there looking exactly like it does, all jacked up in the ass with the tires hanging out and the side pipes and everything. So that's where my problem's going to come in.
I've actually got a car I'm looking at building into a race car. Once,
Ford truck?
No, actually, I'm going the A-body route. I'm joining the dark side.
You getting a Duster?
No, I'm getting the bastard child of them all.
The Volare?
A 70 Dart.
Oh no, those are nice. My buddy just sold his.
I got offered this one with a chrome molly cage already put in it for $1,200.
Get it, because
So
you're money ahead right there. I mean,
Yeah.
chrome molly cage is fucking expensive.
yes, yes. Actually, the setup we've been looking at it, we're expecting the car to land between 620s in the 8th and 670s. We
Well,
haven't.
the thing is, it doesn't have to be that fast to start out with.
We're just wanting to see how fast we
you
can
could
go
put a
for
goddamn 318 in it and run 14s, but you got the cage, you got to where you can keep going. You know what I mean? And if you want to put some kind of interior in it to make it look cool, the cage is already there, so you can build it all around it. You're not going to do like me and have the interior in the car, and then if I end up running 1150 where I got to put a fucking roll bar in it, then I got to go in and tear all the interior back out just to put the damn roll bar in.
It's got kind of a cool history to it. The car was built for, originally when it was still being raced, it had a really nasty 340 in it, which something happened to it, they put a 440 in it. But a handicapped guy was racing it, so it was set up for hand controls at the time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The car's name was Orange Crush.
That's not very original.
It saves me from having to name a car, though.
Oh no, it's got to get its own name. Unless is it on the side of it?
Yes, it is.
Oh well, you're fucked then. Unless you want to paint it.
It's on the side. It's got all the racing stickers and all.
All right, I got a
TIG weld?
question.
What's that?
Can you TIG weld?
I can.
That's the
Oh,
only
well.
setback. We didn't have a TIG welder. That's when we just went with mild steel. It's a little easier in case you have to change something or anything like that.
Well, then come up and put my cage in, Brian. If you could TIG weld, fuck, I can't.
all right,
Oh
you got
man, look
three.
at the top.
Back here a second.
Damn, that one was close.
Yeah, that's
That
a
was
fast
fun.
moving train too.
Okay, guys, I want to do something on here. And what do we got? 11 people in chat and you guys. We were talking about my satellite earlier. And I need to know, or I don't need to know, I just want everybody's opinion on what I should do with it.
Make it unique.
You guys even hear me? Is that train still going by? You know though, if you ever wanted to if you ever wanted to live the life of a hobo, it's right there. You know. All right, my satellite was originally gold. All right. Let's see. I'm taking too long already. Oh, you know what? I'll just do this. Open in browser. That'll be easier. Share. My car was originally this color with a black vinyl top. I used to hate it, but now I'm really starting. When I see like this one, it's like, yeah, that's I could do that. What I want to do is, and then just put a bunch of day 2 stuff on it. You know, it's going to have side pipes and big fat tires and everything else. But in everybody's opinion, should I do this or hold on. Damn it, where did I lost? Oh, damn it. I lost Discord. Where'd Discord go? Good Lord. There it is. Okay. No.
That's a long one too.
There'll be another one in 2 minutes. Watch. They done.
It was
They haven't been one all night. They'll be piling through now.
Okay, we got this or something like this. That's my 2 choices.
You know, a lot of people don't like flames, but I like flames.
Fucking
I'm
love
all in favor of
What
number
about
2.
the gold with the flames?
Yuck.
That one needs a little bit of blue in it, but it looks good.
I don't like the scoop on this car. This car has
No.
actually been around. This car was for sale in Illinois for like 50 grand. If I'd had 50 grand, I'd have bought that son of a bitch. The only thing I don't like is they took the side mark. They shaved the side marker lights on it, and that's one of the coolest parts of that car.
I think I'm sitting here also looking at a photo of it on Google right now. Yep, I am.
Yeah, that car's been on the cover of Hot Rod magazine, and it looks better
Oh,
without
here's
that
a photo
scoop
of it
on
without the scoop.
Yeah, it's better without the scoop.
Oh wow, that
I
actually
think.
looks really cool.
But what do you guys think? The gold or that? Okay, we got Duckster says the gold. What do you guys think?
I like the gold.
Okay.
Go the flames.
Yeah, I'd probably go the flames.
What about gold with ghost flames?
No, I don't like ghost flames. I don't like going half-ass. If I'm going, if I'm going to put flames on something, I'm going ham. I'm going all out. I want to do that to the Duster. I really want to do that to the Duster first, but
Do you have the satellite, or does Ryan still have it?
Ryan still has it. I still got to finish paying him for it. I got to get this fucking Duster done. Beckerwood, Mohawk says flames. Raker says flames. Beckerwood says gold, but he's in Australia. He doesn't really count. Raker said flames again. So yeah, Raker's cool. He gets 2 votes. Dean says flames. Yeah, see, he's in New Zealand, so he does count. I'm just playing, Aaron. I love you.
You was about to start a war there.
Engine light says flames. Yeah, okay. God damn it, the flames are gonna be expensive though. I know a guy that could do flames. Really good. He started out painting guitars for Fender, and then moved on to body work.
I told Owen if we ever decide to do a day 2 paint job, what we're gonna do is go out in our driveway and we're gonna pop acid, and whatever we see while we're tripping balls, we're just gonna paint it.
No, you don't want to do that. Even though I do like and I think the panel where they had to do the panel cars, where like they had a panel of the car that was one certain color and had all the fucking funky ass designs in it, and like the endless line.
Yep.
I liked all that shit too. That had to come from acid. There ain't no way around it. And then I don't know where the lace stuff came from.
I mean, people were experimenting in the 70s,
With a lot of stuff, not just drugs. Well, it was drugs and cars at the same time.
I mean, you mix up the right combo and you could, who knows, maybe you saw the year 2050 back in 1973.
I think I'm gonna tap out, fellas. I'm almost falling asleep over here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. It was pretty good. I did an hour there and almost 2 hours here, so
You got your decision made up on the flames or the gold.
no, I don't have it. I just got everybody's opinion. I still may do gold.
No, you do have it made up.
Because the one thing, the gold would be a lot easier. I could just get that gold single stage and probably spray it myself and look all
It
right.
wouldn't look as cool.
You don't really
No,
see
it
that
wouldn't.
gold a lot either.
No, but you used to, and that's why I used to hate it.
It's easy to tiger stripe that gold.
I bet it would be.
I've seen a GTX very badly painted with that, and it did not do that color justice.
I don't know. Well, I guess we're going to end it, guys. Oh, Aaron sent me a message. Hold on. What is that, Aaron? I got to show this before we leave. Oh, it's cool. I see it now. Hold on. Let's share this. Is it that one? Yeah.
Photo.
Ooh.
See, it's got the panels on the roof.
Yeah.
You can't really see it right away. I like that car.
I would actually love to do a panel job like that on one of mine.
All righty. Well, on that note, we're going to end it. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. And we'll see you guys next week. So it looks like we're going to have John Cope next week as the interview. That ought to be fun. All right. We'll see you later.
All right, take it easy.
Bye.
That's it.